What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so tonight is the last night, the climactic, I guess, night of the 4-day DNC Democratic National Convention being held in Chicago. I believe this is the first time it's been held in Chicago since 1968, which was not a very memorable, well, in many ways it was memorable, but not memorable for the Democratic Party. I think this last time was held in Chicago. Someone correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But anyway, tonight is the night that Kamala Harris will accept the nomination officially, accept the nomination uh, of her party for president of the United States. And while that will be the highlight of tonight, according to, let's just say, the political streets on social media, there are growing rumors of a huge surprise guest tonight at the DNC. Reportedly, a bigger star than Oprah. As we all know, Oprah is huge. Well, literally, she used to be huge, but due to Ozempic, she shrunk down. But she's still figuratively huge. But I think her peak was in the '90s and 2000s. But still, she's a huge figure. So for someone to be bigger than her, there are a couple of names that are coming up, and I think these are the three most likely people. Number one, I think the most likely person is Taylor Swift. She is probably right now the most popular entertainer worldwide. Um, she's the biggest. I would say she's the biggest artist right now. She's not my favorite, but she's one of the most successful. At the age of 30, what is she, 34? At the age of 34, she's already sold over 200 million records at age 34. Her success, especially within the last 3 to 4 years, have pushed her to billionaire status. She's one of the world's youngest billionaires. And her accolades include 14 Grammy Awards, a Primetime Emmy Award, 40 American Music Awards, 39 Billboard Music Awards, and 23 MTV Video Music Awards. And she's won the Grammy Award for Album of the Year, the MTV Video Music Award for Video of the Year, and the IFPI Global Recording Artist of the Year, a record 4 times each. So she is huge. And also, she has a legion of fans known as Swifties. And I would see if she is the surprise guest to, I don't know why. I guess she would speak if she's a guest there. I'm not. I'm assuming. I'm assuming she would be there to help pull in young women, in particular, young white women, because that's a demographic that Trump, who used to be strong with white women 8 years ago, is beginning to struggle with. Because I've said before, younger white women are a little bit different traditionally. White women especially, traditionally voted with their spouse or husband, despite their ideological differences. These women are different. So that could be a push, and that's what I think is the most likely person. The second most likely person I think would be Beyonce. Matter of fact, I was just talking about this with somebody yesterday. I was kind of surprised that Beyonce didn't appear to be part of this, in particular considering that Kamala is being marketed as a black woman when it's convenient to her, I guess. But Beyonce definitely is one of the most popular artists of all time as well. She's a cultural icon. She goes by, I think, Queen Bey. Queen Bee is already taken by, you know, uh, Lil Kim. But she's a legend in her own right. She has sold over 200 million records worldwide. She's one of the best-selling music artists of all time. Her accolades include a record 32 Grammy Awards, as well as 26 MTV Video Music Awards, 24 NCAA Image Awards, 35 BET Awards, and 17 Soul Train Music Awards, all of which are more than any other artist in the music industry. And the other person who I think it could possibly be, if you're talking about bigger than Oprah, possibly, although I think the possibility is a little bit lower, is George W. Bush. Now, what'll be interesting about that, if it is him, is this is a man that was, if I'm not mistaken, my memory serves me correct. This is a man whose presidency was reviled by the DNC. Reviled. And, I'm not, we know the war, which proved to be very unpopular and the wrong thing. And, around this time, in 2008, he was extremely unpopular. Matter of fact, I think on election day, the man's approval rating was around 25%. However, because of the fact that the Bushies, when I say the Bushies, I mean him, his late father, Dick Cheney, Lynn Cheney, anybody affiliated with the Bush administration or the Bush administrations or the Bush regime, because they despise Donald Trump, the left leaning media sees them as an ally. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So even though Bush culturally and ideologically is not in step with the Democratic Party, because of their disdain for Donald Trump. Remember, Jeb despises the man now. Barbara Bush despised Donald Trump. George H.W. Bush hated Trump so much that before he passed away in 2018, he voted for Hillary Clinton, a Democrat. Bush has been Republican through and through. All of them been Republican through and through, but according to reports and rumors, they've been voting Democratic since 2016 because of how much they hate Donald Trump. So, this is, if he were to speak at the convention, a former president, Republican president, the only other living former Republican president other than Donald Trump, if he were to speak at the DNC, that is a complete FU to Donald Trump. A complete FU. But I tend to think he's not going to do that. Ever since he's retired from politics, he's retired. Only thing I've seen him do is speak at some think tank centers and paint pictures, and that's pretty much it. He's retired. But if it is him, to me politically, that would be a bigger thing than the other two. But who knows? But anyway, tell me what you guys think.